In this video, we are going to look at the use of data clip boundaries in the surfaces in Civil 3D. So on my screen, you can see I have a set of Cogo points here. So suppose we need to create a surface out of these points, but we only need the surface at this area. We don't need all of these things. But sometimes later on, we may need this data. So we cannot delete the other parts with only retaining these points. So what we do is we will create a surface using a boundary called data clip boundary. So it will clip the data inside the boundary and create the surface only within the data inside the boundary. So to do that, I am going to surfaces in Prospector, right click, create surface. I'm not going to give any name or anything. I'll just click OK. So my surface name is now created. Next, what I do is I go to expand definition, then I go to boundaries, right click, add. Now I am giving a boundary name, so you can set all these parameters. The main thing is you have to set this as data clip. This is the one you have to use. Then click OK. Then click this boundary. So now you have a boundary to the surface, but we don't have any data yet. So what we do is, then I go to point groups because I have points in this drawing. Then I go to point groups, create add, and add all points. In this case, if you have a special point group, you can use that one. So I click OK here. So you can see now the surface is created only the points inside this boundary. So if you want to expand this boundary later on, what you can do is you will select this boundary and expand it furthermore. So it will say now the data is more, you have to rebuild the boundary. So I will right click and you rebuild the boundary. Now the surface will get other points from the other areas inside the boundary. So that is how to use data clip boundaries in Civil 3D.